In the
There
building.
you go, though.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There go
Yes,
my
yeah.
Brody, man. What's up, man?
What's going on? There goes the Cuzzo right there. How you doing,
Man,
man?
cuz, long time no see. What it do, man?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I've been good. How you feeling this afternoon?
Man, I'm doing good, doing better seeing you, cuz, seen each
Right,
other for a long time. Which like 2000 what? Like 14. Dang,
right.
bro.
I ain't seen, yeah, it been about 14, 15 for sure.
Yeah, it has been. It's been a long time, man. Long time.
Good
Yeah,
seeing you, man.
same here.
What's been new with you though, bro?
What's been new? Just the introduction for everybody. My name's Andre Van, aka Gepetto Jackson. I just graduated rehab for alcohol addiction, sex addiction, money addiction. I'm 372 days sober. I just passed my 1 year mark. If you Google me, you'll see a whole bunch of slander and on top of the mistakes I made in my life. So I just want to get that out of the way. I accept responsibility for everything I've done in the past, and I took the initiative to start a better life and do what's right. And I'm here today, standing on that.
Right, right, right. Everybody saying congratulations, showing their love to you, man.
Definitely, I appreciate it, man. I
Right, so
really,
we talked about it, man. We're gonna jump straight into this thing now.
yes, sir. Let's do it.
We're
Yeah.
gonna jump straight in. Uh, as everybody viewing may not know that you have a child with the daughter of the America's Most Wanted host, John Walsh, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
explain a little bit about that story, what you're going through with John Walsh, your
Yeah.
child, and the whole everything you got going on with it.
Previously, before my encounters with his daughter, John Walsh took the children from my daughter's mother, which is Megan Walsh, is his daughter, and they were going through a lot of court issues and accusations, which I wasn't there for, so I can't really speak from my point of view of what I've seen. But when it came to me getting my daughter back when Megan got pregnant, um, she was married to somebody that was in India that never came back. He came to the United States, but then left back to India. And when it was time to for Megan to have my child, she was already going through court allegations. And the stipulations were like when she had the other child, they came and took my daughter when she was 5 days old, and it was just a massacre from there. They automatically put her husband on the birth certificate. So when I went to Indian River County, which is a place in closer to Vero Beach, Florida, they said that I couldn't get a DNA test. They strike the motion for me to take my daughter, and left Megan by herself to fight for the child, and stay in court. And then recently she went to trial for um, Esther Grace. That's her name, Esther Grace Walsh. And she lost in trial, and they terminated all rights to not only her other three children, but also my child too. And John made a decision, came to the court in the trial and said that the baby is better off being in foster care. And they wouldn't let me fight at the time because I was in the recovery house. I was still recovering from my alcohol addiction, and I reached out to his lawyers. I tried to let him know I'm doing the right thing in life. It didn't matter to him, and continuously it's just making sense. Like, I don't put the responsibility on him to take care because that's our child. But at the same time, you're John Walsh. You got your own island. You got everything going on. You know personally that I'm not allowed to get the child because of recovery, and the fact that the courts deny me my motion of getting a DNA test and pushing for it. But you still stuffed baby Esther in foster care, and not allowed her to be around her other siblings, which is very strange to me.
Right. So let me ask you though. So he took the other children and he got the other children in his care.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
So why do you
hmm
think it was that your daughter was the only one that went to foster care?
I think because honestly, I have two. I would say, like, I just feel like he didn't want the press with me. And it was kind of like an excuse for him to back out because he knows that I would have put an emotion to go after him
Right.
to get my child and deal with him. So he didn't want any press to come his way with that. And secondly, I got a little knowledge from Megan, which is, my child's mother. She's very, very smart. And she explained that, he made a deal with the state for the children because every year when it comes to foster care and CPS, they give children to, for money. They get checks for that type of situation. And people are saying he's old and he doesn't need any more children. But it's like, come on, that's your grandchild. You stand on going after the bad guys, John. You're known for this. America's Most Wanted for stopping human trafficking. You have a nonprofit organization for national to exploit children. Like you have all this going on, but your own grandchild, you just let her go to, foster care. It doesn't make any sense. So I feel like he left it in my responsibility now that I'm out of basically the recovery house to see if I'm actually going to fight, which I'm doing now. I'm fighting to get my child. I'm letting it be known. I'm publicizing, and I'm giving the information to the people that actually care and want to help me fight this situation too.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's a crazy situation you're going through. So how's the relationship with the child's mother?
Oh, we're good now. We're really at first we wasn't in a good space because she was going through so much trauma, and I could take a little responsibility that my mind should have been in it more instead of in my feelings of the fact that things she couldn't control, like the marriage of the guy coming over. I really got my feelings about that. But we had a long talk, and now we're eye to eye, even though we have our separate lives and separate relationships that we're pursuing. It's still, that's still the mother of my child at the end of the day, and I'm here to stand by her and support her 100% so we can get this done together.
Right, right. Well, I'm praying on my end, bro, that everything go right. You able to, get back with your baby, get full custody of your baby, and get this whole situation behind you, bro.
Yes, sir.
So you talked about in the beginning, though, you was in rehab, right? How was your
Yep.
experience in rehab? How was your experience there?
The experience of rehab was beautiful. At first, I really didn't like it because I wasn't used to not having like my phone or being disciplined in 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Like you have to want it. The tools, the submission to recognize your addiction, the things that you have a problem with yourself. And that's something that I wasn't willing to do for my whole life. I didn't know like, that I had narcissistic issues and money addictions that I couldn't get over, and being with numerous females because of the lifestyle and fame of being an entertainer. But when that came to intuition and I went to all these classes and I learned, it really broke me down to open my third eye and see like, wow, like I really do have an issue and I have to continue. Like even to this day, I'm still recovering. 6 months is not enough. Once you're an addict, you're always an addict in any type of form, whether it's sex, alcohol, narcotics, anything that's dealing with that. You're always forever going to have that a part of you. So every day I'm just, praying to my higher power to continue to push forward and do the right thing.
Right, right. So how was that experience different from your prison sentence?
Well, from that, it was way different because you got to remember where everybody in prison, everybody's an addict, but they don't realize it. But in rehab, this is addressed that you're an addict. So it's no slipping up. Of course, there's things that are accessible if you make a choice. And for those who made a choice to reach out and get back in touch, their addictions, they were kicked out or they were put out the program or kicked out. And from there it was like, I'd experienced that. I was the only person from my class that actually graduated. So,
Wow, that's dope.
to see my friends go and all the rest of these people, I was like, man, this is tough. This is not easy. And now I'm here, you know what I mean? Like, and it's a big difference because you have to submit. In prison. You can get away with everything. It's always people scheming, murderers, pedophiles, uh, everything is there. Robber, you know what I mean? Like everything. So it's
Right. And how
you
long was you down for? How long you was in prison for, bro?
for 4 years and 2
4
months from
years
2000.
too.
Yeah, for Was it 2017 to 2021?
Okay. And you did that time where in Florida?
In Florida, yep. The Department of Corrections. For the Department of Corrections.
Right. Glad you home, bro. How was the transition like leaving from leaving prison to, you know, touching back on this soil, man? How was it?
It was quite. It was a lot of anxiety behind it, you know, because everything changed. You know, and we were in there for COVID too, so the space was very different when I came out. It was a lot of hate. It was like a lot of stuff going at the time with BLM and, you know, the other side, and people going through problems and poverty. So it was a major transition to like get used to again. So I thought I was gonna jump out and just go back and fly out, but it didn't work out like that, you know?
Right. But I see you got the number one. You had a number one album on iTunes with the Jermaine-ish, a whole
Yes,
bunch of new
sir.
plaques. I see them behind you back there.
Yeah, a couple of them. I don't got the. I'm waiting for the other 7 plaques to come in. I'm waiting for those now. But yeah, we definitely went number one. Jermaine, the album. You know, we actually went number one while I was in rehab. That's one of my biggest accomplishments in life. They allowed me still to continue to make music. So if whoever's watching, if you haven't got it, go on iTunes, get the Jermaine. You got Spotify, stream it, whatever, Amazon purchase for Android users. Get the album. It's quite interesting.
Right. I got to check it out. So how was it recording that?
We would go. They would let me go to Daytona on my 8 hour, because we would have 8 hours to go out and work. So they allowed me to actually still continue to do my work. So that I would take that time to go to the studio and record whatever I needed. And on my off time, you know, when I actually got the chance to get my phone, I promoted from there, and it was a success. I was surprised. I was like, man, number one, man.
That's dope. So how many plaques you get from that album, bro?
I got 2 plaques because I charted number one in the R&B category, and then of all genres, I charted number 29 for all genres. Like, so it was number one R&B and all genres 29.
That was dope. That was dope. That was dope.
Mm-hmm.
So look, I seen a video where Tito Jackson's son, TJ Jackson, congratulated you on your recovery. I thought that was dope. How'd you feel about that coming from him though?
Oh man, you know, it was actually a surprise. Like when I came home, like when I first came back, and it was one of my friends. He said he doesn't want to be mentioned. He's gonna do something for you, man, and get you a big surprise video. And he already he knew it. I talked to him about TJ, man. TJ is like one of the biggest influences from the family. You know, he's just colossal to me. And when I seen that and I heard it from him. You know, I was just like, man, it almost brought me to tears, man, to see that, because, you know, TJ is nothing but a pure soul, and he's just a very good dude, man. You know, and I've always sat back and admired his career from all the way from 3Ts to, you know, Y with Michael and everything. It was amazing, man. It was just like, wow, TJ shouted, you know. So it was, you know, I thank you for that, TJ, and everything for that. So that was a very big inspiration hearing that from you, to me.
Right. That was dope. So you know the world is gonna ask, do you have any relationships with the Jackson family?
It's a tight niche, you know, tight niche. I call it, you know, pillow, you know, comforter, you know, something to lay back, you know, and, you know, when it's time to find a comfort, that's where I go to, you know.
Right. So you got good relationships over there with the family.
Tight niche, yes.
Right. So also get your connections on how you connected with the Brown family, how you connected with us, bro. Give them a little insight on how we connected, if you can go back.
Oh well, we'll go back. Well, number one, you know, Mama Leola, that's my adopted mother off the top. You know, they growing up in Orchard Park. Leola and my mom since kids. Auntie Tina, Tommy, all of them in Dorchester. You know, everybody, Auntie Carolyn, everybody growing up together. You know, so a lot of people ask me like, man, you really connected to those Browns? I was, of course, man. You know, when the time is right, I'll bring it out. And they seen things with us, like they seen the pictures with us. They seen the video with me and Mama Leola, you know, a couple of things, but I really didn't push the narrative with that. But you know, that's family, man. You know, cause that's
Right.
we family.
Right. For everybody that's on here, all my SOB, my whole SOB family that's in the building right now. Give
Yeah,
them give them a little wild, give them a wild story of me and you from the past.
all right, I got you. All right,
Nothing
well,
too crazy,
not too
but
crazy. All right,
but
so I
just
get
enough.
yeah, all right. I won't go too crazy. So I get a call from, I'm talking to Mama Leola and I'm talking to Auntie Tina, your mom. So they like come down to Atlanta. So we come to, I come to Atlanta. We vibing out, man. Like hanging out. I'm once again on my little drinking status. You telling me to stay out of trouble, get right. I'm not listening. You know what I mean? Acting like a wild fool, asking, you know, to talk to these, go to parties, females. Like it was ridiculous, man. When I look back at that person, I'm just like, I can't believe it, man. It was a lot going on. But one thing about it is what they need to know is that you protected me though. Like for real. Like you made sure that I was safe. Even when the warrant came, like when they issued the warrant, I went on TV and that's when they put out all the stuff on the news. And Shayne made sure I was protected. And, you know, he couldn't hold on to me. He told me to stay in Atlanta, but my hard-headed behind wanted to go to Texas. And I left to go to Texas, and that's where they got me at.
I remember. I remember that shit too, bro. I was telling you, man, you need to stay your ass put, bro.
Yeah.
Your ass,
Yep. And
ass was all on the news everywhere. I'm like, bro, stay put.
yeah, man. You know, it was like, man. But
But
you know,
everything happens for a reason, man. I mean, it happened for you to get that behind you. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
And
sir.
now you
All
back
the way.
out here starting over. So it was a blessing.
Yeah, it definitely is a blessing in disguise.
It
Sure
was
is.
definitely a blessing. So what? So now that you sober though, and you change your life and things is changing around you, what's your plans for the future?
Well, a special announcement, of course, if you guys are watching, my manager is now Mr. Sasa Brown, Shane Brown. That's my cousin is definitely my manager. We got to keep it in the family. You know, we had a long talk, and we're gonna pursue some things. He's giving me some motivation because I was sitting back, and you know, I had to talk to him like, man, what should I do? Because he's like, bro, just focus on the music. I got you. I'll protect you. And he's always been. He's the protector of the family. If you know Shayne and you do your research, Shayne is always the protector when it's time to speak for the Browns, for everybody in the family. He is the man to go to, and he's gonna stand up no matter what it takes. And that's what I need in my circle. That somebody's gonna protect me and look over and foresee the righteous things for me, you know, and that's what that's what I need right now. And it's a blessing that he's here for me, and we're gonna go up from here. We're going all the way up.
All the way up, bro. You know,
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing but love for you. I don't care what nobody say about you, bro.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
always been 100 with me. Always
Yeah.
been a genuine dude with me.
Yeah.
Always been family. You
Yes.
know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Always.
And that's just what it is, regardless of the negativity that came with your name.
Yeah.
You always been. I mean, we always gonna rock hard. We always gonna be family to the end, bro. For real.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You already know that.
Yes, sir. Loyalty to the end, man. So definitely, is that we gonna close it on that, or what we doing,
Right,
man?
but what's next? When you plan on dropping another record?
That's something we got to discuss, Mr. Manager. we gotta
We gotta put some.
sit back and
We gotta put some. We gotta put some dope visuals together.
yeah, the visuals. Yeah, we definitely. That's
I
what we
mean,
got to get back to.
we gotta go through the record, go through the album, pick out the records that we want to shoot these dope visuals for. Either I'm gonna come down there to Florida, you come here to Atlanta.
Yeah, yeah,
We put it
definitely.
together.
Yes, all the way, man. We gonna make it happen. You know, that's what's up. Shouts to my boy Cheese in the building from Boston. Boston Cheese. I see him.
Shout out to him.
Yes,
But look,
sir.
bro, if you could collab with any artist, like give me your top 3 artists right now that you feel like you would love to collab with, if you got 3.
Honestly, but my collabs are not New Day. But honestly, if I could collab right now, would be with, of course, Uncle Bobby. I would want to do something with Uncle Bobby. I probably want to do a remix on one of the Every Little Step I Take Over. I would definitely like to do that. I would like to, of course, do something with, either like Papa Tito or, Papa Jackie, do something with them, the rest of them, of course. And then maybe Bruno Mars,
That'd be dope.
and to even get something with Stevie, Stevie Wonder. I still want to, Pharrell too.
What
Yeah.
about producers? What producers would you want to rock with?
Producer wise, I have to keep it legit. I'm, right now, Rockstar. He did Summer Too Hot for Chris Brown. I would love to do something. I worked with Rockstar in the past, but I would love to do something now where he's elevated. Um, my brother Destin Hill, he's from New Jersey, from Patterson, New Jersey. I would love to work with him. And probably like Southside. I would love to get with Southside. I was supposed to do something when I was in ATL with him last time, but I get a chance to with Southside.
Yeah, Southside dope. That'd be dope.
Yeah, Southside definitely dope. Yep.
That'd be dope. So y'all drop a few questions. If y'all got some questions for me at Gepetto, drop these questions. We're gonna answer a few questions before we get bro out the building. Somebody just asked though, bro, what genre is your sound?
Oh, it's R&B, pop, like R&B popish. It just depends. It's like some of the records different, up tempo, real 80s, some 90s. Jermaine was 80s, 90s, and a little bit of 2000 splash on it.
Right. So
R&B.
what was behind the title Jermaine-ish? What made you name the album Jermaine-ish?
It was just paying homage, like, and everybody that sees me, like, that's what they say. So it's just like, it was one of those ones where I felt like I was obligated to give my flowers in that way. And it just so happened it went #1. So that was like, whoa, like, man, going to pay homage and go get a #1 record for him.
Right. That's dope. So let the people know that's tuned in how they can follow you and how they can get in contact with you, bro.
Well, of course, if you check my bio from now on, I'm no personal business. It's going straight through Shayne. You'll see it right in my bio. It's his page that links to him. If you're just following me on Instagram at Gepetto Jackson Official, on TikTok, Gepetto Jackson, and then I have my personal Facebook pages where I'm on sometimes, which is Andre Van, where you'll find me there. Other than that, that's about it. You gotta hit up Shayne, man.
Right. And what about your YouTube channel?
Oh, my YouTube channel. That's right. Gepetto Jackson YouTube. There's two Gepetto Jackson YouTubes. There's one that says Gepetto Jackson Officials. That's no longer available, but it's the one that says Gepetto Jackson, and you'll see me. And like I think you'll see Jackie behind me in the picture. I believe it is.
Okay.
You'll see that. Yep.
Right. So we're gonna be doing a lot of content too, like going live from both our channels, doing a whole lot of different collabs on a whole bunch of different shit. So
Yes.
y'all look
Yes.
forward to us definitely creating a lot more content because we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot that's about to happen, a lot that's about to take place. So yeah, y'all just
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
we just glad for y'all support and for y'all to be a part of this journey with me and Gepetto. It's gonna be a fun ride. We about to have some fun with this.
Yes, I just want to give one more shout out to Mama Leola, Auntie Tina, Uncle Bobby, Auntie Carolyn, and Auntie Tina, of course. Uncle Tommy, all the way, man, and the rest of the Brown family for always backing me, always being there when I was going through that hardship. I never got a chance to express that, and we're gonna push forward. Shayne and what I'm saying, shots for Browns and Gepetto Jackson. Let's do it.
Right. Shout out to Jay Shatis. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Travel Kids, my sis Liz. Shout out to Henry Louise Carter.
Yep.
Shout out to everybody who's in the building supporting. Much love to you all. Gepetto, you want to end out with saying something?
I'm gonna save it for him, man. Man. We gotta. I'm gonna do it for him on the next